Indiana's News Center presents Between the Studs from Granite Ridge Builders.
Welcome to Between the Studs. My name is Lonnie Norris and this is my colleague Eric Hewer. And it's the goal of our show to walk you through the new home building process and also to introduce you and inform you of new trends and features that make up our industry. As you look back over the history of new home construction in our area, one thing you will note is the influence of the Amish and Mennonites. Besides being known as farmers, they are also incredible craftsmen. The town of Grabill is surrounded by the Amish Mennonite community and is known as the home of several trades and businesses that support the building industry. All right, hey Eric, could you give us a little Grabill history?
Yeah, Lonnie, it all started in the fall of 1900 where Wabash Railroad Company was wanting to run a track from Fort Wayne to Detroit. Okay. The survey work that they hired actually started along State Road 37 headed towards Harlan.
I know where that's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they started to run that north-south route, it actually passed through Joseph Grabill's farm.
Joseph Grabill, it's starting to make sense.
Yes, and once the first steam engine actually rolled through the town, it happened January 1st, 1902. Shortly thereafter, in February, the original plat was recorded by Joseph Grabill.
You know, that's interesting. That makes Grabill, Indiana, over 100 years old. You know, one of the companies that calls Grabill their home and has since their beginning in 1946 is Grabill Cabinet Company. And when you talk about quality and when you talk about special features, you have to think about Grabill cabinets.
We at Granite Ridge are really excited about using Grabill cabinets as our primary cabinet supplier. Today we're going to take you through the process of the Grabill Cabinet Factory and walk you through how a cabinet is made and the whole building process along to making a quality custom cabinet.
That sounds interesting, and to do so we're going to need the help of our colleagues Scott and Tony. Hey guys, come on, let's get going.
Oh, looks like their wives have got them shopping.
You know, we're going to find out that building custom cabinets requires a lot of hands-on hard work. But before that can take place, there's a lot of work that needs to be done via the computer of all things. Here, designers work to lay out custom cabinets that are going to fit like a glove in your new custom home. Lowell, how does the designer know where to start?
We start with the blueprint provided by the builder,
Okay.
field measurements at the home, meeting with the client to provide computerized drawings for them to approve.
Okay, and so then once the plan's approved, we go to the factory?
We're ready for the factory.
Let's go.
We're standing here in front of the Grabill plant. I've got Greg Cassidy, Dave Carnahan, and Martin Heine. Dave actually happens to be the grandson of the founder of Grabill Cabinets. Dave and Greg are going to take us on a tour today. But first of all, can you tell us a little bit about the history of Grabill Cabinets?
Yes, sir, Scott. Thank you. 1946, the company was founded, and we just finished celebrating our 60th year. So
wow,
we had
that's
a great
great
celebration here, and we had a lot of our customers and local dignitaries in as well, and had a really great time, and we're able to check the heritage on the company and make sure everybody understands that, and that's what we're here about today.
Well, that's great. Well, I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and get started. There's
Sure.
a lot of things we want to show people.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, Greg, this is the drawing that you would work from?
Yes, sir. What we do for our retail sales, our local salespeople, they actually hand create these drawings, which is a really nice medium for our customers. It gives a very personalized touch. From there, we take it to the electronics. Behind the scenes, we're doing a lot of customer service oriented aspects to the job. We're critiquing the job, checking for dimensions, function, overall fit and feel for the cabinetry.
Okay.
Any questions that might arise are then directed right to the individual salesperson to ensure a real nice finished product for our customers.
Okay, and then we'll take this right out to the plant?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
well, let's go see what's going on out there.
Perfect.
Greg, looks like we're standing here in the incoming inspection area. Can you tell me some of the things that you do when you look at the wood?
Absolutely. This is our lumber products division, and we take the materials, the raw materials, through quite a few steps for quality control. We're first doing what we call a moisture test, which is checking the moisture of the wood, and also we're doing a stress relief test, which is this little wedge. Also shows the location or where the material came from, run numbers, etc. So we're tracking materials for the quality and the value built in for the product before it ever becomes a component.
Okay, and you're tracking that all the way through the process?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. Now, what is the next step then?
Next step would be hand selecting the wood.
Okay, let's go look at that. Greg, I see she threw some pieces of wood out. Why is she doing that?
Well, this is where we begin the sorting of the pre-chopped lumber. We're actually looking for lengths, cut to size lengths. We're trying to do our part in recycling, trying to reuse every piece that we can. From there, we go to the predetermined lengths that we have available, and then the glued up panels.
Okay, so this is individual pieces of wood glued together then?
Yes, these are all individual pieces that are hand selected for color, and then they go into the glue up process, which is a high frequency gluing. This is very unique to Grabill, all the hand selecting, and again, the value that's built into the product.
Okay.
This is our Holzma computer saw. This is a very accurate piece of equipment. We can program it right from the office and bring our cut sheets out. It takes 4x8 sheets and cuts them into our cabinet components. And from here we'll move to that more hands-on cutting and fluffing.
Okay. Hey Greg, on the way over to handwork, it looks like you got a new piece of equipment here. Why don't we talk about that?
This is our brand new Wiki. It's a CNC router. It's what we call our machining center. It takes cabinet sides, it dados, it drills, it cuts, and you can see it in operation here. It has its own tool crib, goes up, picks its own tools, goes right to the part. In a matter of seconds versus minutes, it's producing parts accurately time after time after time. It will also do very sophisticated pieces once it's programmed, decorative arches, curved crown moldings, etc.
Okay, great. Greg, can you tell us a little bit about how you join these pieces of wood?
Absolutely. This is our mortise, we have mortise and tenon and also mitered corner doors. This is a finger joint process backed up by dowel pins and then with space balls. The tape actually helps on the glue squeeze out and any kind of tear out of the machining. And then the panel goes in, and the panel always floats within the frame. Never do you want a panel to be solid inside of a door frame.
So that's the purpose of the balls in here?
Yes, spacing the panel away, allowing for movement. Wood wants to expand and contract.
Okay, very good. Greg, what in the world have you got in your hands there?
This is our dovetail drawer box, 3/4 maple, full dovetail joinery with our own personalized logo. From here we go to the actual finished drawer box. We take a lot of specialty time in hand sanding those dovetails nice and smooth.
Well, that's
and
nice.
That's all done before finishing. You have a 1/4 inch bottom. This is another example of our being self-contained. We are a self-contained manufacturer doing everything in-house.
Very high quality drawer right there.
Thank you.
Where in the world is Tony?
This is an example of our hands-on attention to detail. We have very sophisticated equipment that does a lot of the pre-sanding, but then we go to great lengths to hand sand and detail out all the corners. This is what separates Grabill from a lot of the competition, and so you can see that we're putting a lot of effort into this joinery. This is Liptus, a new wood species. Right here we're going to look at some alder. This is a wainscot panel that you might put in your family room on the wall. You can have any configuration of style, location, rail size, very customizable. We're now in the finishing area. This is an in-between step. The product has already been stained and sealed. Now we're applying a colored glaze to accent the wood. This is kind of an antique effect. You'll see careful wiping of the glaze, taking off just the right amount, leaving on the correct amount. You start to reveal the background color tones of the wood. All the hand selection is now coming through. This is the state-of-the-art finishing booth, drying booth, if you will. Halogen lighting and air movement. Speed dry the product, almost a baked-on finish. About 15-minute intervals here. Whether it's a stain or a paint or a clear coat, they all go through the dryers, cabinet boxes, door parts, drawer parts, etc.
Greg, I see some things here that obviously are not cabinets. You do things besides cabinets.
Yes, sir. We're a production custom manufacturer, and this is some examples of our decorative hoods. These
Beautiful.
go over the cooktop area today. The hearth from the family room has come into the kitchen, so these are very much focal points. What you see here, you pointed out earlier, you said, Greg, what are these? These are special distressing features. Wormholes, simulated cracks, the glazing is starting to show up. Boy. This is knotty alder.
Beautiful.
Go into more of a transitional contemporary hood, nice smooth lines. Simplicity today is very much important in the design world. And then we transition into a little bit more of a traditional hood, applied moldings, again, nice, clean, simple lines.
Well, I tell you what, I wish Tony was here to see this. I have no idea where he's at.
Let's go. Let's find him now.
Greg, looks like we're at the end of the process. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
Sure. We're ending 16 and a half days on the production floor with our finished completed product. Now we're moving towards our shipping area. We are about 4 acres, 170,000 square feet. Today we did a quick tour of the plant and I tried to give you a nice overview of our full process. And here's some completed product. I think, as a matter of fact, your wife ordered this and you're supposed to take this home with you.
Let's get this out of here.
Let's
I'd
go.
like to take that.
All right.
My wife has got me so much trouble. Man, I hope they waited on me. I'm sorry, Scott.
Tony, you do this to me every time. You missed an absolutely great tour of Grabill cabinets, but
Well, I'm ready
it's
to
over.
do the tour now.
It's over.
What do you mean it's over?
We're done. We got to go on to the next segment.
I'm sorry, Scott.
This portion is brought to you by Grabill Cabinets, featuring a heritage of superb craftsmanship, distinctive woods and finishes.